All right, we are live. And I want to thank you, whether you're watching us from where we are emanating, which is Amazon Live, but also on LinkedIn Live, Facebook Live, YouTube events, Twitch TV, or Twitter Live. Thank you for joining us. And this is another moment in the gratefulness journey every day. What are you doing in the next 30 days to transform your life? And this is Prime Eve. And I thought it would be a prime reason and prime time to invite you to join me in what I think is one of the best efforts during this time. It is, thank you for joining, whether you are again on Amazon Live or any of the platforms that you're on. Thank you so much for joining us. I appreciate your being here. All right. And so it is Prime Eve. It is the eve of two Prime days, July 11th and 12th, where those of you that are Prime members get special Prime deals. And those of you who want to become Prime members get special opportunities. And I thought of the many things that should be in your cart. There's a one item I don't want you to forget. It is an Amazon must have. It is the gratefulness journey every day. So if you are on the Amazon platform with me, which I will find the link to drop, I don't plan to stay very, very long, but the gratefulness journey every day is available, and I will just highlight it here. Let's see. Hey, Mike Flanoil, long time no see. Thank you so much, sir. The gratefulness journey every day. You can scan that link and get it. And I will come back to that in just a moment. Thank you so much. All right. Thank you very much. Got that going on YouTube. All right. I'm going to make sure. Fantastic. Okay. All right. And I have a special, one of my favorite people in the world here with me, who is the reason that I'm coming live Prime Eve. I try not to come live on Mondays, particularly, but absolutely am glad that you are here. And so I am going to bring her in with me. I'm trying to bring up a picture to talk to her about, and this is spooling. So I'm going to bring her right on in. This is my beautiful niece, Autumn Nicole Davis. Her whole government name, as she says, I like to say. Hi, Autumn.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm so glad that you had a moment to be with Uncle on here because I want, again, people to see your face because it is so important to me that they know how proud I am of you and this effort to go to the next level and chapter in your life is so commendable that I want to invite everyone across communities to join in by purchasing the Gratefulness Journey every day. And all of the proceeds will go to help you at Thurgood Marshall School of Law. So today, and we're not going to spend a lot of time, hi on Amazon. Drop your name in the comments so I can say hi. Thurgood Marshall School of Law was almost this round your first choice, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so talk to me because there are a lot of law schools, and they will not know, but you will share with them that Uncle was it meant something to him for you to go to one of the top schools in the country, in the world, to the University of Michigan. You could have cared less about going blue, but once you went blue, you went blue and got involved in activities there. So I want to first let's start there. You went to University of Michigan in Ann Arbor, and it was an interesting time, I thought, because Autumn wanted to go to an HBCU, historically Black college or university. Uh, Unfortunately, at that time, those schools weren't in the position or weren't aware of how amazing Autumn is and giving her a full scholarship. They didn't know that. And so they didn't give full scholarship kind of money, like almost full scholarship like University of Michigan did. So that was one of the big factors, I think. But even still, going there, you went in a time that racial tensions were happening, right? There were things happening when you went there, but you got involved in so many activities. So start there and talk to me about all of the things you got involved in when you went to the University of Michigan. I mean, the orgs, as you say. I don't mean all of the boyfriends that chase you up and down the hall. I don't think Uncle wants to know that. But I do want to know some of it. I might know, but I do want to know about the orgs that you got involved in. Tell us about the orgs.
Okay, so I went to University of Michigan Ann Arbor. My major was psychology, and I decided my minor was going to be community action and social change. My first semester there was I had a semester during the summer that we like to call our Bridge program, Bridge Scholars, which turned to Bridge Scholars Plus. So that was one org kind of or program that I was in. It's typically the underprivileged or underrepresented students or minority students at the University of Michigan that aren't within like the engineering program. The engineering program has their own separate one, but that's the one, Bridge is the one that I was in. And it continued on throughout my years at the University of Michigan, and I continued to be involved in a comprehensive studies program. I also joined the Black Student Union, so I was a member of that organization. I was also a member of the Black Undergraduate Law Association my first year. There were some racial tensions on campus, and I was involved in activism on the University of Michigan's campus, helping with the marches, the sit-ins, and protests. There is one protest in particular that I'm highlighted in the Michigan Daily newspaper, and that was the Michigan Debates team debate on Black Lives Matter, which was a conversation that a lot of minority students felt shouldn't have been allowed to have. I mean, of course, there's freedom of speech, but we, of course, just wanted to make sure that there was a sensitivity aspect as it relates to the conversation and that there was more representation, especially when having that conversation or debate. So I was involved in that. Then I became involved in the NAACP at the University of Michigan chapter. I became a member, and then my sophomore year, I was their political action chair. So my duties were centered around political or social action on campus, planning events, meeting with university officials, things of that nature. And then another organization that I was involved in was the National Council of Negro Women. I became a member, I want to say my freshman year. And then my sophomore year, I moved up to the secretary position. So at the same time that I was doing NAACP, I was also doing National Council of Negro Women. And then my senior year, I was blessed to become president of the National Council of Negro Women during the 2019-2020 school year. And then I also joined Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. That was my junior year of 2019. And I was the political action chair for that organization as well. And it was the same type of duties that I had for the NAACP chapter as their political action chair, which was to plan events and informative meetings as it relates to political and social action, not just on the University of Michigan's campus, but in the broader span of the nation as a whole, to make sure that students were up to date and were as informed as possible and felt heard.
And so, I mean, and Uncle knew all of that, I think, but that's a lot to have done. A lot of activities, a lot of activism, especially with your minor being social justice, social action change. You'll help me get it right.
Action and social change, yes.
Yes. You did a lot of activities, were actively involved in. I think because of that part of that homes that's in you, we don't just get involved. We don't just join things to join. We get involved. We roll up our sleeves and we get involved. So our name is not just on the roll. So I want to go back and talk to you a little bit about that, the protest that you sat in on. But before we do that, and I'm gonna drop the link in the comments. Julita Nolan, thank you for joining us. Mike says, congratulations, young queen. Your aunt Gloria is here. Hey, beautiful niece. Mike says, Lord have mercy. Yes, that was a lot of stuff she was involved in. And even in one of those semesters, she ended up so sick that she had caught pneumonia and still stayed in school and still was a trooper on through. And I am just so pleased and proud of who she is. And Yolanda says, keep making it happen, Sora. Well, help us make it happen, Yolanda Day. You can sing us a great song, but while you're doing that, make sure that you go to during Prime Days or today and purchase my book, The Gratefulness Journey Every Day. And if you've already purchased it, get a gift receipt and send it to someone, a gift purchase. Go to my Amazon page. All of the proceeds are going to Autumn's schooling at Thurgood Marshall School of Law. So whatever signs that you would put up as Delta, I'm not a Delta, but I don't know if you can do it publicly, do it for Yolanda or send her an inbox, whatever signs y'all do. I don't know nothing about that, but do that. And I am so proud of you. So that was Rochelle saying congratulations. Ingrid saying congratulations. Longtime supporters of yours. Tell me, so you were there protesting, Norma Ray. Norma Ray, you were there protesting. I remember being concerned, as parents would be, about what was happening, the racial tension, because you will know that Uncle didn't live through a time where there was a lot of racial tension. That happened before me, right? Your mommy was born in 1967 when the riots happened, and then they moved out of that neighborhood and moved on Northwest Detroit, and I was 1 year old when they moved there. So I didn't have any memory of that kind of racial tension, though I've always been aware more covertly, more subtly of racial tension in America. They have never dissipated, and I have seen them sometimes more pronounced than other times. But you were there in the throes of a protest there in Ann Arbor, which is a predominantly affluent non-African American culture or city. So what was the environment like when you were protesting, and what were you thinking? What were you thinking when you were protesting?
I was thinking mainly that if I didn't do it, who would? Like, why wait on somebody else? Even though it's my first year, I shouldn't have to deal with this. I shouldn't have to like sit here and have these conversations with my peers about their sensitivity level and consciousness. But if I didn't, then who else would? And the only way that I felt like there could be a resolution was if I stood up against it. And there were people who, of course, I was knowledgeable about the BAM movement on the University of Michigan's campus that happened years prior. And then Black while being at UMich, that movement as well. So being educated on those, that there were people that made it so that we could have almost 5% of Black students on the University of Michigan's campus. And although 5% isn't a lot, it is a number. Not a great number, but still a number. So I was thinking that I could improve the campus community for those around me. I don't think I was so much thinking about myself in those moments. I think I was more angry. I felt kind of tricked a little bit because, of course, these universities place Black students or students of color on these pamphlets to get you to come. And then they don't ensure that the environment that they're placing you into, or they've kind of taken your money or whatever to put you into, they necessarily don't make sure that the environment is comfortable and conducive to everyone involved. And so I was thinking, I need to make this better. I need to stand up for this, because if I don't, who will?
Wow, that is awesome. I am just so proud of who you are as a person, and if you don't, who will? I'm saying text your Cash App. What is your Cash App, so I can type in the comments? And I didn't think I could do probably a QR code with your Cash App. That's a great idea. Thank you, Rochelle. You're always thinking of great things. What is it? I don't know about her.
It is $AUTI N and then 16, and then a picture of me should pop up. So that's Audie N 16. Audie being spelled AUTIN, and then
I put it in there. And I probably says hello and congratulations.
Thank you.
All right. And so I'm going to, okay. And thank you. On Amazon, we are highlighting The Gratefulness Journey Every Day, which is the book. All of the proceeds are going toward helping Autumn Nicole Davis in her journey. And you've heard a little bit of her background, which makes us all proud, and standing up for herself and the rights of others, standing up to these institutions who she says put wonderful pictures on the pamphlet, but maybe don't live out all of the values they espouse as it relates to inclusivity and belonging, ensuring that it is a diverse and equitable experience for all. And I'm just proud of her. No one cajoled her into that. I didn't tell her to go up there and be Norma Ray. I told her to go up there, pray, study, pray, study, pray, study, and pray some more. Send the boys packing, speaking tongues if they come, no sex, no nothing, and just study and no parties. I don't know if all of that stuff got accomplished, but she got out of there with a degree. And I am proud of her. I am so proud of her. I tell her often, I couldn't be more proud. If I can, I'm going to come back and tell you, I could be more proud. You made me more proud. I'm just so proud of who you are as a young woman, who you are becoming, and this heart for service and people. I'm so proud of it. And so before I go to a couple of other items, because those of you, I dropped also the link in there if you wanted to go over to Amazon and see what's happening there. A few people have come through. I want y'all to click on those links though. Now click links, because on Prime Day, there will be so much traffic happening on Amazon. Some people say during the pandemic, the Amazon days did more than 1,000% increase. And so I want that traffic to land on my page on Amazon and get the book. And the more books that we sell, of course, the more that we can help Autumn, so that Autumn is only focused on school. And I've already said to her, that's all I want her to focus on. I don't want to try to do nothing else, because I know that law school will take all of the energy that she needs to give to it. And that's what that's about. And so when we speak of inclusivity and belonging, our communities have to stand up and ensure our young people have the same playing field as those legacies in other schools, that their parents and others, who, however they do it, ensure that they're able to go there and just study. We want Autumn to have that same opportunity. And I know that wherever she's planted thereafter, if it's back Detroit, if it's Washington, if it's California, if it's Houston, wherever, that she is going to be utilizing what she has learned there to ensure that she advances the causes of law and ensure that they are applied equitably. So I appreciate you all, some that have jumped over there. I highlighted yesterday, and I will highlight it again. Of course, the reason why, well, Herbert and Irene, the reason why the skin is just on fleek, but the reason why the lighting is so good, okay, I can say on fleek. The lighting is so good. Autumn bought me these UV size lights with the various colored screens that you get that you can slide in. I've got an orange. I think this is more blood orange to me. And then this is more the orange. There's a yellow one, blue, and the white. And for if you do any kind of podcasting, or you just work from home, if you work from home and you want to have a special presentation or an interview, you definitely want to, thank you, Karen. I'm going to go back and pin it. Thank you. You want to have an interview or a special presentation. Listen, let's see if it'll let me pin it. Okay, I started. I hope that's the same as pinned here. Okay, we'll see. You want to have a special presentation. I'm telling you, it's something when I'm presenting, as I'm often doing. I have these on and people are like, I said, I know it's the Herbert and Princess homes, really what it is. I said, but the light makes it so much different. And so I'm highlighting that now. And I want you to click on that link there to get that. And I'm going to move through the other things. I'm going to come back. I got the wireless that are there. Of course, wireless earbuds. This is the PSIER wireless earbuds, if I'm pronouncing those correctly. And I like these because it holds a long charge. As you can see here, it's 64%. But this has been, I charged this, let's see, I charged this the day before the holiday. So that would be the 3rd. Today is a week ago. And I still have 64%. And I've been listening. I've been walking. I've been listening to music with them. I've been listening to YouTube with them. And they are durable. And like I said, they hold a charge a long time. And I've been using them. So those are on sale 47% off. You want to make sure that you get those. And then I highlighted this Prime Energy drink because I like energy drinks. And I think Autumn might like some energy drinks. Those will be good, even though she's not a coffee drinker. An energy drink might be something that she utilizes. She's studying. What will be your oh, and they got the uh, suntan lotion that I think would also be a great thing to have, whether you're going to be in hot Houston, Texas, like Autumn, or you're going to be somewhere in the sun having fun this summer. Make sure you get that. It's only $16.77. It is 9% off. Then there is a Ninja blender, but I'll come to that. What are the things that you will do, Autumn, when you're studying? What will be your snack of choice, or what will you think you'll get into coffee?
I don't know that I'll get into coffee, and if I do, it'll of course be iced. But I am looking forward to trying new types of coffee flavors and lattes and all kinds of different things. But I think like my snack will of course be fruit snacks. I just love fruit snacks. I'm really a kid at heart. So I'll probably give myself fruit snacks after I read 20 pages, and then another couple of fruit snacks at maybe 60. So yeah, I think that'll be probably my snack or my reward for all the reading I'm going to be doing.
Okay, I want you to put some fruit in there. This is the parent in there. Some fruit in there, not the processed fruit snacks. Some fruit in there, some kiwi. Put you some pineapple in there. Put you some what was I going to tell you to get? Some watermelon. Well, you know me, I like honeydew or cantaloupe. More honeydew than cantaloupe. Get you some regular fruit. Get you some nuts in there. Some other healthy things. Some grain. Yes, I know what you're saying. Yes, I see your face. Uh, then the Ninja blender, will you be juicing or smoothieing?
Yes, so that's the thing I'm most excited for. So I'll be working out in the mornings. So I'll be juicing and doing smoothies. In my Amazon wish list, I have a blender and that's similar to the Ninja blender that you put on the link. But I have one in my Amazon wish list for law school. I also have a juicer in there as well because I want to do more like fruit smoothies and different juices that I can drink throughout the day, especially because I know how much I love juice. But the juice that I drink isn't as healthy as like those natural juices from coming from that juicer. So yeah, I'm looking forward to doing those.
Yes, I want you to do that, and I want you to add. I know your face is gonna turn up. Add some kale and some spinach to those smoothies. Get your greens in there. Add you some kale and some spinach in there. Some flaxseed in there. Put your little fiber in there. Fruits
Sorry,
have natural fibers, but I want you to add some, boost it on up. Plus, put that spinach in there.
sorry, the connection's breaking at this point.
It says all green, so spinach and kale. Make sure that you put some of those in there and blend away and smoothie. I want you to take some pictures and send me a picture. Say, see, Uncle, it's green because I want you to put food color in it. It's green because I put spinach in there and I put in some kale, and I will be so happy. Oh my goodness. I'll be so happy that you're down there in hot Houston having some kale and spinach in your smoothie. What an amazing. So proud of you. All
I'm sorry,
right.
I was frozen for a couple seconds.
Someone scan the QR. Fantastic.
Oh, whoever scanned it.
Keep on scanning. Keep scanning. Please keep scanning. All right. Okay. So I'm going back to the gratefulness journey every day. Won't be on much longer, but I wanted to pull up, and it's been a little bit since you've seen this. I'm going to talk to you about two of our favorite people. Can you see that picture? You could see it clearly if you had your glasses on, because you do wear glasses. But anyway, that's your grandmother and your mommy. And your mommy's holding a Barbie. And I want to talk to you a little bit about your mommy and your grandmommy, which we talked about. It's funny that your mommy liked Barbies when she was a little girl. Barbies, and some of them are still around, and some of them probably need to be, put in a nice place. when you were a little girl, do you remember having Barbies, playing with Barbies?
Yeah, I had Barbie everything. Well, Bratz were really my thing more than Barbie, because they were inclusive. But I loved
Well,
Barbie. My
there were
Barbie.
black Barbies. There were black Barbies.
Okay, but
Not as many. You broke up. Say it again.
the Bratz dolls were cuter.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, thank you. Let me tell my story. Okay, so yeah, I had everything for my Barbie. She had a convertible, she had a Volkswagen Beetle, she had the dream house and it lit up and it talked to me. Yeah, I had everything for Barbie. She had different clothes. Yeah, I was a little spoiled with Barbie. Just a little bit.
Oh, oh, okay, good. Okay. And seeing this picture of your grandmother and your mommy, what do to your mind?
Love, and that I keep saying this every time you ask, but you just can't get enough of this answer apparently. But that I've never wildest dreams probably lived out. I'm not sure whether my mom thought like, oh, she's gonna be a doctor, she's gonna be a lawyer, a pediatrician. I don't know what she thought I would be, but I'm sure she thought I would become something. And so the fact that I'm becoming exactly what I wanted to be, since kindergarten, that she's probably super, super, super proud of me, as well as grandma. But seeing them two together makes me very happy, and it just makes me feel warm on the inside.
Yeah, yeah. Does it make you feel grateful?
Yes, grateful that I got to experience them for as long as I did, even though it wasn't enough time for me.
Mhm.
But grateful that I got all their lessons, their teaching, their beauty. Grateful that they get to live on through me, that they're still a part of me. So yeah, that's what I'm grateful.
I love that part. I'm going to just explore that part for a second because you said you're grateful that they get to live on through you, that you are their wildest dream, you are their legacy. And I'm always brought back to this question about Autumn living on through her children. Have,
Oh gosh, please no.
yeah, well, not today, and fellas, not right now, not through law school, but I think that that is a great thing. It's a great feeling to know that you live on through your children.
Mhm.
That's an amazing feeling. And so I know there are tons of young people your age that may get that intellectually, but it hasn't really seeped down into the soul of an individual. But I want to ask you it anyway. How important is legacy? Because legacy means so many different things across so many different um, ethnicities and cultures and experiences. What does legacy mean to you?
Legacy means it's almost as important as social activism and political activism to me. I just think I said it in one of my scholarship essays. I think the greatest thing that I can do for the world and for my country and for my own people is to leave my legacy and mark as something beautiful and life changing and monumental. So legacy is super important to me. I want to leave my mark in the legal realm. I want to make sure that I make a change, even if it's one person at a time, if it's a statute, if it's the way that we go about something, if it's just the simple a simple court case for one specific group of people. No matter what that is, I want to leave a legacy, and I want to live on and be talked about for years to come, or the change that I make to be talked about for years to come. So yeah, legacy is super important to me.
Yes, I love that. I love that. I'm going to continue to pray and hope that part of that ideology seeps into your souls about the next generation. Your aunt says, yes, we would talk about your future. She would always say what our girls would be. She is in heaven proud of you. I agree. She is exceptionally proud, as I described yesterday, Gloria, that Adrian is among my other siblings and parents and others that are along a long, beautiful crystal, jasper, gold, and diamond balcony in heaven, and they're just leaning over, just cheering Autumn on and just saying, "Go, I knew it, I knew it." And Adrian is shouting like she would do in church, and no one could stop her shouting. And she's shouting, and Heaven is like, "Shh, we can't hear what Autumn's saying," and she's still shouting, "That's my baby, that's my Autumn, that's my baby, that's my sweetie baby." And so I know she is super proud, as we all are. And G. Ian Fisher Curley, thank you, sir, says, "Congratulations, blessings in your law journey." Well, we hope all of you will bless her by purchasing The Gratefulness Journey every day. It's a book that I've authored, and all of the proceeds are going to help Autumn on this journey to law school with the Thurgood Marshall School of Law. Prestigious individual, rightly named. He is a legend of our time and a great jurist, and who knows how you might follow in those footsteps. Do you ever imagine that you may be?
Yeah, I'll probably become a judge when I'm like 40 or 50, when I'm really tired of practicing. I don't know that I'll ever get tired of like practicing as an attorney, but yeah, maybe further down the road, possibly I could become a justice or just a state Supreme Court judge. Yeah, it's definitely a possibility. The world is my oyster, so yeah.
The world is your oyster. I love it. I love it. And we want to add to that oyster that is just opening up by purchasing The Gratefulness Journey every day. Thank you, that those of you that are on Amazon and those that are passing through. Drop the comments and let us know that you're there, as there are a number of products there to shop. Tomorrow is Prime Day, so it's Prime Eve, and it's a prime time. Oh, I did the wrong thing. I just be messing up. It's a prime time. Oh, there we go. All right. Sorry, prime people. It's a prime time. Nicole says, yes, the world is your oyster. Thank you, Nicole, for joining us. It's a prime time for you to get this book and support Autumn on her collegiate journey. We're so excited about her journey to the School of Law. And as you can hear, not only has she rolled up her sleeves during her collegiate time, her undergrad time at the U of M, and gotten involved, that she still wants to pursue and become a great purveyor of the law on behalf of the people. Where do you think that comes from? Where is that service coming from?
I think it is coming from watching you, of course, be so involved in service as it relates to HR, and then as it relates to church, and then serving under the wonderful and great Reverend Dr. James C. Perkins, and being a part of the PMBC. I had the privilege a couple years back of going to a convention in Philadelphia and meeting Jesse Jackson. So I was inspired then. I'm continued to be inspired now. But yeah, that would be where I got that from.
Yeah, I normally, and shout out to Dr. James Perkins, who is retired pastor emeritus of Greater Christ. If you watch this or follow him, tag him and have him buy 20 books and give them away. But that time that we spent, particularly time in Philadelphia that you got to spend, I thought, I don't really fan out, but I thought, wow, I'm a fan. Jesse Jackson. We were in the march, marching with Jesse Jackson. What was that like for you? I know what it was like for me. What was it like for you to be involved in that march?
It was inspiring, motivational. It was a great experience to meet a legend, a man of such heights, and that's so respected in our community and worldwide. So to participate in something with him, and it's kind of like seeing, the past and the present and kind of the future, because he's our past and our present at the same time. But I'm also a part of the present and the future. So to kind of combine that, and there were of course other people there that were a part of past and present and will be a part of the future. But to have all those people in one spot, and of course protesting and marching together, was an incredible experience and just an eye opener on really the magnitude of collective action, and being a community, and fighting for what we want and what we believe in.
Yeah. I was so proud to have you there and be there with you and the Liberty Bell and us to ride and tour and to see really to see you soak it up kind of like a sponge and to see how it has impacted your journey. I'm just so proud of you because I will imagine there are some young people, not all, but there are young people who get varying experiences and they're, they are just like spectators. Oh, wow. Okay, great. But they don't take it to heart, if you will, and move forward and do things in it. And immediately, I mean, it almost seems like a connection of that time and those times growing up in that environment that you took that right to the University of Michigan and plugged in. Do you see yourself as a leader?
That's a great question. I think yes and no. Like I think there's more work for me to do. But that's just me always being constructively criticizing myself of myself. I'm always constructively criticizing myself. So yes, I am a leader. I've led organizations in the past. I've led friends and family down the right path, but I think like I can do it on a larger level. But yes, in some sort of way, shape, or form, yes, I am a leader, but there's tons more work for me to do, and I'm ready to get started.
Wonderful. Before we go, because we're almost at the 8 o'clock hour, I wanted to ask you about you've had some exposure through work, working as kind of intern for one of the judges. You've had some exposure to the law. What are some of the things that you've learned that you're like, I wonder if I can impact this in the law? I wonder if I can change it, or something fascinating that you learned on either of those positions that you had?
So I think something that's important or that I've learned is about the importance of ridding of mandatory maximum sentencing. Um, and how that can impact, of course, the level of um, underprivileged or marginalized people of color within our institutionalized prison system. How one step leads to another. If you rid of some of these mandatory and minimum or maximum sentencing that is super predatory towards marginalized people, it thus creates or lessens the pipeline as it relates to the prison system. And so that's something that
Mhm.
I would, if I went into criminal defense or prosecution, I would, as a prosecutor, try to make my city or the area in which I'm located in rid of those mandatory minimum sentencing, um, and place more work into kind of going back on some of those cases, and making sure that no one was wrongfully convicted of a crime that they never committed to begin with, and maybe assigning a specialized task force that would handle those primary cases.
Wow, that would be tough to go in where you're supposed to be prosecuting cases and wanting to demand some reformation or reforming of what has happened. I think that is an extraordinary thought. I think, and it would require a lot of courage for you to be able to go in and say, I'm here and I'm here to prosecute, but I want to make sure that it's fair and I want to eliminate, allay these mandatory minimum sentences because I see the impact that it has, disparate impact that it has on our communities. I think that is admirable. And I think you'd have to be up for the fight. I think you would have to be up for the fight. You think so?
Yeah, I think so. But the fight is worth it. So yeah.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. Well, I want our viewers to know across LinkedIn and Facebook, Amazon Live, Twitch TV, Twitter, and YouTube events that this is Autumn Nicole Davis. And she makes me so proud to be an Uncle Dad. I don't know what to say other than I hope that you will join me in supporting her. She will start Thurgood Marshall School of Law next month. And I am dedicating the sale of my book, The Gratefulness Journey Every Day. All of the proceeds that will come to me are going to Autumn. And we are on Prime Eve. So tomorrow, when you shop Prime on Amazon, and I know people shop Amazon all the time, some people are going to become Prime members. Some people have estimated it'll be $300 million sales tomorrow when you're putting those things in your cart and getting all of the things. I want you to get this book, knowing that you're not just buying something that will be a blessing to yourself, because the book will be a blessing to you, but you're buying something that's going to be a blessing to a young lady who has worked hard, who has studied hard, who has rolled up her sleeves and gotten involved in activism, who has marched and protested, and who now wants to take her studies to the next level at the Thurgood Marshall, prestigious Thurgood Marshall School of Law in Houston, Texas, out of Texas Southern University, and HBCU, a historically Black college and university, that you will support her. And that you will know that gratefulness is about taking an inventory of all of the great things you have. And what a great person we have in Autumn. Our world is blessed to have young people like Autumn who have a heart for service and who have their mind made up about how they will give back service to the world. So, Autumn, thank you for being here with me. We will be back at Points tomorrow with a few more lives. We're coming up into her birthday weekend is coming up into this weekend. And so it's just a time of reflection and celebration and wonderment. And I hope that you will support us. I'm going to leave the code up here on this screen in case you are not on Amazon Live. You can see it there and you can scan it. If you've already bought the book, you can buy one and send it to someone as a gift. Send it, get the ebook, get the paperback. Paperback is $11.99. Ebook is $6.99. Of course, I want you to get the paperback, but get either one, buy several ones, send them, start a book club with your family. This is a part of my family story that I reduced to writing. And so it would be great conversations to have, especially if you've dealt with grief or loss in your family, or if you want to have discussions before you come to a place of grief or loss, because I will tell you, you will not always have the presence of mind to have those kind of conversations as you're navigating those times. So why not have the conversation, start the practice before anything of that nature might happen to and for you. And I'm just so excited to have had Autumn here. So thank all of you that are here and joining. Have a grateful evening. We will be back tomorrow at 8 o'clock tomorrow, Eastern Standard Time, but it's not too late. It's prime time, and there's a prime reason for you to get the gratefulness journey every day. And here is her smiling face. Have a grateful evening. Thank you all for joining us.
Bye.